Hello, we are going to look at a very important data structure called trees. Now, trees are used for storing hierarchical information. In other words, it's called as nonlinear information. What do we mean by hierarchical information? Let's see. So, the data structures we have seen till now, like linked list, stacks, queues, store information linearly, right? We know that a linked list, linear is like a line. A linked list store information like a line in the sense that there is always a before information and an after node, right? So there's a starting node and there is a line of nodes and there is an end node, right? So this is information stored linearly. You traverse the nodes one by one from left to right like an array, right? But sometimes we need to store information above and below, or things like bigger and smaller. This is where we need a data structure like a tree data structure, and such trees can be used for storing such non-linear information. So an above and a below relation, or a bigger smaller relation, or a parent child relation, these are not linear relations, these are non-linear relations. And we want a data structure which can store such information, and trees help us. So in this way, for this reason, trees are a very important data structure. And as far as computer science is concerned, the tree data structure is very important. In your machine, the tree data structure appears in many applications. We will soon see a few examples. Okay. Here are a few examples. One, the file system you are using. It's using a tree data structure. If you want to store some family information, you use a tree data structure. Your graphical user interface uses a tree data structure. IIT Goa stores the information of all the students and faculties in a database. And that information is stored in a hierarchical manner using again a tree data structure. So databases use tree data structure, and similarly there are many other applications which use a tree data structure. Website information are stored using trees. So let's look at a few examples. So first example, which is a family tree example. So here is this is a family tree taken from Mahabharata. This is a family tree of Pandavas. The main reason for introducing the family tree is because the terminologies used in a tree data structure comes from family trees. For example, in this example, on this example shown on screen, Shantanu is the parent of Bhishma, and Bhishma is a child of Shantanu. This is something you can see here. You know this fact, and this is a child-parent relationship, right? And Shantanu has three children: Bhishma, Chitraangad, and Vichitravirya. Right? So this is shown in the picture. So this is the way tree data structure terminology is also going to use children, parents, etc. Now Vichitravirya has other children. Vichitravirya has two children, Dhritarashtra and Pandu. And Pandu has five children, the Pandavas. Now another terminology is the Pandavas, the Yudhishthir, Bhim, etc. are descendants of Shantanu, whereas Shantanu is an ancestor of Arjuna. Okay, so these are terminologies which we will soon see. In this example, the tree, as you can see, grows from top to bottom, right? So the topmost node is the Shantanu node and it grows down. Okay. Now let's go to another example. In this representation, the tree grows bottom up, right? And this is a tree which which gives evolutionary information. Now, this is something which those who are familiar with biology might be able to understand this tree. This is basically showing the information of evolution in a tree form. Here, the tree grows from bottom up. So this tree is called phylogenetic tree, and as you could see, the modern birds are descendants of or dinosauria. So this shows evolutionary information in a tree form. Next, let's look at another example. This is the Linux file system. Here, the tree is growing left to right. So we saw in the first family tree, the tree growing from top to bottom. Second, in the evolution information, tree growing from bottom to top. And here in this Linux file system, this tree is represented as growing from left to right. The leftmost node is the slash file, the slash folder, and inside the slash folder you can find these folders slash bin slash sbin slash root, etc. This is the Linux file system. So this is again a tree representation. So in short, a tree can be represented as growing from top to bottom or bottom to top or from left to right. These are usual ways you will notice trees as growing. In our lectures, we always use this representation where a tree grows from top to bottom. This is the representation we are going to use. And mostly rather than, since we are going to abstract out information rather than working with a family tree or working with a evolutionary tree, etc., we are going to look at trees of numbers. So usually all our trees will contain numbers. Okay? That will be the way we are going to look at. But that's an abstraction. You should understand, right? You can always replace numbers with some names um, or biological names or some folder names, etc. Thank you.